Hi everybody, today is June 19th and I'd like to do an update video on all my fig trees. So it's been about a month since my last video and it has been pretty hot this week and we're looking great. We are in great shape. So let's go one by one. We've got the black Ishia. It's got a bit of a problem, but it's growing out of it. We've got some figlets on here. Pink honey. Looking great. This is my second tree. I've got another one that I am keeping outside. This one is in the greenhouse. I've got a few babies. That's a Smith. That's a white Algiers. We've got Siriani. We've got Spataphora Dark. Got finally a Sultane. Hallelujah. This is my good friend Marco gave this to me. This is a Basilica Sica. His supposedly is just blow your mind delicious, so I got curious. I've got some strawberry varieties coming in, Atrianos, CLBCs. Ooh, this one's looking kind of dry. This is my LSU strawberry. No figlets on here so far. This one is JH Adriatic, and we've got a figlet. All right, this is my Campanieri. Campanieri, beautiful, loaded with figs. And I believe this is, it's really short hang time on this, so who knows? I mean, I'm hoping, against all hope, that this ripens for me next month. We're gonna do a walkthrough with Homer from Basement Figs in July, and we're gonna hopefully have some figs to taste by then. This is my Corkies. Finally, you see, guys, I know a couple of you have also experienced negative problems with Corkies, but looks like in a very warm climate, like my greenhouse, for example, in ground, it's more favored growing conditions. It's loaded with double bumps and figlets, which is kind of weird. Like, above it is a double bump, but right there is a fig, and below it are double bumps. So it seems like its energy is a little sporadic. These are all its breba. So one thing that I'm finding is phenomenal about it is that it really gives a ton of breba. This is Corky's honey. And I don't know if you guys watched the video that I did with Homer last week. And I was telling him how I bunch my fig trees up right next to each other. This is what I'm talking about. I'm maximizing my space. I hope I got some of you out there that are like me, and I'm not the only one that does this. And it's not such a newbie thing to do, but it's not affecting me in any bad way. This is my Peter's honey. Holy cow. Holy cow, is it productive. And I've got it in a bag in the ground. Let me show you. It's actually easier to see from outside, but it's really crazy productive. Look at all the doubles I've got here. Let me pull this branch. Let me not break it, but look at this. Seeing all the doubles? And again, using J-Dum. And I did use some Espoma this year. This is my white Madeira #1, also loaded. These are coming in pretty fast and strong now. Got that in a 7-gallon bag. And this guy, like I was saying, it's the JH Adriatic. I stuck it in some dirt. Last year it did nothing, and you know, as far as I was concerned, like everything else grew, this one had zero, nothing. It looked like that. And then suddenly I looked at it earlier this week, and lo and behold, the bud was coming in. So again, don't stress over cuttings, especially this time of year. This is the easiest time to root cuttings ever. And so, you know, if you have trouble with cuttings, my advice to you is going to be buy them in the winter, but keep them in the fridge and root them like now, June, because you just stick them in some dirt and they will grow, some moist dirt, and just make sure it's moist at all times. Okay, this is my panache. Panache gave me nothing last year because it was not in the ground. I had a watering problem. And so this time around, I put it in ground to control the moisture so that it can draw what it needs out of the ground. And the bags are troublesome because you water them and the water just, you know, sort of rolls out of them or seeps out of them from the top. And so it doesn't penetrate. So by putting it in the ground, that moisture stays in the ground with it. And it draws as it needs to. And it's finally looking like maybe it's giving me some double bumps. I'm sure it'll give me figs this time around, because I pruned it really heavily. I think panache, it has trouble when you prune it heavily. But yeah, I've got double bumps coming in. I've got a greenhouse, so hopefully it won't hurt me too badly. Wow, they really grew because of all this. I know rain doesn't come in here, but the rain, the overcast, and the sun and the heat, it really, it's like a jungle in here. This is my yellow long neck. I know it's hard to see, but that's the yellow long neck. And I pinched the panache, by the way. I pinched a lot of them already, like at the end of May. And some of them I pinched mid-May, just because I thought they had enough growth and I wanted them, especially the late ones like the CDDs. The late ones I pinched. Yeah, so the yellow long neck, I think I've got figlet formation. I'm not sure if you can see that, but this is golden rainbow. So we wonder if golden rainbow and yellow long neck are the same thing, but in my experience, the vigor is really different between the two of them. And it looks like the golden rainbow is, bam, figlets all over, but I did pinch it. I pinched the yellow long neck too, same time, I believe. Nixon's piece. I wanted to try everything. So I know I've got a lot of like similar figs, but I wanted to try them because to test out, you know, which one is more vigorous, which one's going to give me earlier figs, which one's going to give me the best figs. Nixon's piece has got double bumps. So far, I don't see any figlets just yet. Constantine de Algiers was really quick to form figlets last year, but this year it's a bit on the slow side. I think because it's on the outskirts of where the watering is, I think it might not be getting enough water for it to develop figs fast enough. But I do see some formation here. Hopefully those are figlets. The Golden River side, I'm probably going to sell as a bare root maybe this winter because it's just redundant for me. And I didn't get any, I did prune it heavily. I didn't get any reba off of it, which is what it's known for. So I don't know. I could put something else there. I don't really need it. Let's go to this side. This is my second Black Madeira. We've got figlet formation. This is in its second year. This guy is CDD Mutante. We've got double bumps and possibly figlet formation, but yeah, no, it's these guys are slow. However, we've got CDD Roja over here. CDD Roja, we have figlets. Where are you at? Right there. We've got figlets, double bumps, figlets, all over. So very excited. I'm going to share this with my good friend Hilario because he gave me this tree. I think he was frustrated with it not giving figs, and I know what that's like. Cosme Manio, he gave this to me too. We've got figlet formation. It had a brie, but lost it. Not sure why, but we've got a lot of double bumps and starting figlets. This is CDD Noir. CDD Noir, first time ever we're getting figs, and I'm really excited. This is supposed to be a doozy. So I'm very happy with this. Capul Curt Negra, this is the first time I'm getting any figs off of this. This one, MJ Fig, I got it from MJ Figs. And we've got a beautiful size fig on there. Hopefully, it's hard to see in there, but hopefully I've got figlets coming in on that. This is my second I-258, and it's got figlet. It has figlets on it. So I'm really excited about, there we go. Really excited about having two I-258s because they're such an incredible fig. Okay, these trees are my grafting trees. And so this is Nuestra Senora del Carmen. We've got good figlet formation on this graft. We have, this one is Cavalier graft. It is really productive, Cavalier. And then we've got our La Bricha right there. HDA, I think it's is a goner, but I don't know. We're leaving it. We'll see. This graft is Princessa, and Princessa has figs. This is my Frankenfig, Montserrat Pons Frankenfig. So everything on here is Montserrat Pons. Tia Pena, we've got a Breba and figlets. Good size Breba. Let's see when that will, I'm hoping that ripens in time for Homer. De La Roca, wow. Very productive. Very beautiful. And then back here is a graft of Perigellina. Perigellina is full of figs as well. I'm very excited about that. And then this guy is my is another set of grafts. And let's see, what have I got here? I've got white Algiers. It's taking its sweet old time, but I don't know. I think we might get something out of it. We've got Del San Juan Migran. I should have put that on the Montserrat Pons, but I actually put it everywhere. So I could guarantee its success. And we've got double bumps already. I just put this year, and it's taken, and it's got double bumps. I've got another DSJG right there. It's got a bud, but it's taking its sweet old time. This guy here was supposed to be an HDA. I don't know if it is, but we'll see. It's either an improved Celeste or an HDA, so we'll see this year. last year it fruited for me and they were delicious, but I don't know, they didn't resemble HDA, so we'll see. This guy, look at this guy, wow! Coldedon Blanca Negra, look how early this is. These are Breba, but aren't they beautiful? Hopefully it is a Blanca Negra. So far, they kind of look, but these are Breba. They all look one color. There's another one. Let's see if I could get it in the sun. There it is. But they are so pretty, and I'm so excited because these will be the first to taste. I think these will be ready soon, maybe next week, hopefully. And it's supposed to be in the 90s outside these next several days, and in here it means it will be like 200 degrees. From the back side, this is the Tia Peña. Oops. And this is the second DSJG. As you can see, there's a bud, but it's not coming in yet. It's taking forever. This guy is my raspberry latte. Raspberry latte is, oh my gosh, it just wants to be a bush. And it's growing like crazy. I can't tell you how many branches I've cut off of here. But lo and behold, I think that's a figlet that's coming in. So excellent. This will be our first year trying that. This guy is our Leon's Montenegro. We've got figlets on it. I'm very excited. I heavily pruned everything, if you guys remember from my previous videos. And so very exciting. It looks like that that pruning really turned into incredible vigor. This is my Pota de Caval that I got from my friend Vlad. It's loaded with figs. It's like a first year. Yeah, I got it. Last year it was like a sapling. This is my I-258 loaded, and we've got double figlets. Yeah, let me show you. We've got double, I don't know, am I getting them? Yeah, right there, it's double figs. Yeah, so the production is incredible, and I mean, hopefully you agree that this unique way of fertilizing and not really using Miracle-Gro is something else. I mean, if you were afraid that using this organic method was not going to give you figs, well, just take a look. I mean, loaded. This is my Calderona. I don't know if I'm getting it. It's hard to see. But that's my Calderona. And it's got figlets on it, so we're doing good. It was late to start this year, but we've got figs. All right, Smith in the ground. Smith. The others are all in bags in the ground, by the way. The Smith is fully in ground. And we've got great figlet formation all over it. I think it's really happy in this spot. This is my Madeira Island Black. Madeira Island Black is doing really well. And what's interesting is last year was the first one out of the gate. This time it's my Black Madeira that's first out of the gate. Look at this, is all main crop. So much bigger. It started really quickly. The Black Madeira really likes being in here. It loved being put in the ground. I did prune it pretty heavily, as I did everything. And it really liked it. It translated into energy. Craven's Craving. Again, we've got double figlet formation. Really, really good vigor. It's loaded. And I never seem to have trouble with the Craven's Craving. It's very similar to the Black Madeiras, but its vigor is insane. And I've got them all next to each other so that I can compare easily. It's fully in ground and followed by Figo Preto. Figo Preto is also, was almost dead last. Almost in figlet formation. Dead last was Black Tuscan for me. But it's doing great now. It's loaded. Black Tuscan, I did notice a few things, a few figlets on it. But it seems to be putting a lot of its energy into growth. And I'm going to let it grow because there was a high demand for the Black Tuscan cuttings over winter, and so I want to have enough this time around to get it to everyone that wanted it. So there's the one fig. One fig, but I think everything else, all the other branches have double bumps on them, and I have not pinched this again because I'm going to let it grow so I have enough cuttings for people. And that's okay. I've got enough Black Madeira types. This guy is my CLBC. I'm really happy with CLBC so far as of last year and what it produced for me and its vigor, and so hopefully it does well. This one is not fully in ground. We've got it in the bag. The ones I have in bags, I don't want them to call this home just yet because for one reason or another, like Spudafora, I love it. I want it to feel at home, but I don't want it to go crazy with root growth in here. I want it to be a little bit under control because of its vigor. Look where I cut it down to. And look at the growth. Right, so it's so vigorous. I'm concerned that maybe its root growth will be insane as well, and I don't know what will happen. So we've got a figlet formations. Finally, it was putting most of its energy into growing. It typically has a ton of energy. That's what scares me about it. So I wasn't worried that it, about figlet formation. I know that's coming. And Socorro Black, I love Socorro Black, and it's given me some figs already, which is great. Heavily pruned. It's putting a lot of energy into growth. A lot of people believe this is similar to Irene's Black, Unknown. And so I believe it because the leaf structure is exactly the same. It looks exactly the same. My friend Hilario is actually going to do a video and show the differences between. I'm losing some leaves on my Martinenca ramata and Bordetteau Negro ramata. I think because it's not getting as much sun over here. I think, or it's not getting enough water. Might be water. Might be a water issue because the soil feels dry. So I'm going to get those watered. But they're doing great. Excellent. We've got a lot of figlet formation on. Finally, this is the first year the Bordetteau Negro ramata is giving me figs. And that's my fault just because of whatever I was doing last year. So that's why I put them in ground. And I hope that it would do better, and they are. Oh my gosh, I have figlets on the Poponi. Hey guys, so we're picking back up the video. I left you hanging on the Poponi. My camera got overheated and died, so we're just gonna pick back up from here. So Poponi's got some figlets. Next is our long Dout, and we've got several figs forming on the long Dout. There we go. Next that I sort of passed by when I was doing the Black Madeira types is my Harry's Crete. This is its first year, and we've got figlets forming. I did pinch it. because I just wanted it to stop growing vertically. This is our Atriano. Look at this guy. This is going to be probably the first to ripen. It's loaded with figs, loaded. But this guy's gonna ripen very soon. Super, super hot day right now. Did I show you guys everything here? Yeah, I think I did. All right, let's go over here now. Mutante, I showed you, I think. Yeah, I think I showed you guys everything here. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Let's go outside. Nectarine's coming in nicely. Just in case you're curious. You're doing good. All right, this is our Celeste. Celeste was struggling a bit when I brought it out here. I think it was trying to acclimate to the temperature from being in the greenhouse originally. I think the more moist air it has, the more it likes it. And I have a feeling that it just loves being in the ground, this one. And all I've done is just kept the half of the pot in there to keep the moisture controlled. This is my Italian Latarula, heavily pruned, and so it was a bit late to start. No Breba this time around, but it's really coming in very nicely. These tend to ripen fairly quickly. I've got a Capra fig here. I had several Breba on it and it got rid of them. So I'm looking forward to being able to pollinate something. This is my Blue Island I got from Antonio. And this was in the ground. This was one of my overwinter experiments. And I had just one of those styrofoam covers over it. And I hoped that the heat from the greenhouse would keep it alive, just residual heat. And it did really well, I think, until the crazy spring that we had. But it came back. I had another fig tree in ground here, which I lost, which was the Palestinian Dark. That did not make it. This is my Noir de Barbentine, which is, I believe, a synonym of Violet de Soleil and possibly something else, but I can't recall. And it has figlets. It's doing really well. This is my loquat tree. This is an air layer of my Celeste, and it's doing really well. This is a true, supposedly, Desert King. So I finally got a Desert King to give it a try. I was very upset with the other one because it wasn't giving me any Breba. It turned out to be not a Desert King. So we'll see with this one. Vern's Brown Turkey, I'm really impressed with it. I did some heavy pruning, and this time it gave me a bunch of figs. It didn't give me anything last year. It was very scrawny growth. But the year before that, I had gotten a couple of figs off of it, and I was really happy with the flavor of them. Very different than what I was expecting. Very good. Ponte Trace I got from my good friend Steve, who lives nearby. I didn't want it originally until I tasted it again during a tasting, and I was just blown away. It was so good. The tang and the sweetness of it was just incredible. And so Steve gifted it to me, which is awesome. Tiger, LSU Tiger. I up-potted LSU Tiger into a 10-gallon from, I think, a 2-gallon. And so it started taking its time getting acclimated to the up-pot. And so now it just recently started breaking bud again, you know, out stalls, and that's what happened. It started stalling. It dropped its Breba, but that was before my up pot. It dropped its Breba. And then now it's starting to grow again, which I'm really happy about. Let's go over here. So this is the rest of my fig military here, my fig army. I've got Crows. Crows is putting on some good production here. This will be the first year we're really trying it. I think it may have given me one last year, but looks like I need to water these guys. It's so hot. They must be dried out. This is my 4-year-old Smith. It's a bit delayed, probably because I pruned it so heavily, but it's going to be loaded, I'm sure. We've got double bumps everywhere, little figlets coming in. This right here is my 3-year-old Smith. 3-year-old Smith is doing great also, and this was heavily pruned. I'm waiting for the figlets to start forming up top here, but they'll be coming in shortly. This guy is my Black Celeste, and it's got several figs in there. It's pretty dense and nice. Texas peach, again, it's a showstopper. Texas peach, it's full of figs. They're usually very early. When I have it in the greenhouse, it's very early. Man, it's hot out here. This is my Jolly Rancher that I got from my friend Kelly, and we're air layering it for her. I think she may have lost it, so we're gonna give her back some Jolly Rancher. It's a good thing when you give people, your friends, some copies of your trees, because when you lose them, then you can get them back. Green Eye Shea. Last year it tasted really weird to me, like bitter. The skin was a bit bitter. Sorry, it's hard to see, but here. We are loaded with figs this year. I only had about 1 or 2 to taste last year. This year we're gonna have a ton, and so we're gonna be able to really do some analysis on the flavor, true analysis. I can't help but feel like because I only had 1 or 2 last year, it probably had some sort of a problem with growing, but not this year. So if this year it's bitter, it's going up for sale. Not sure anyone that would want to buy it, but we've got Casseriani right there. I bought it because people mentioned that it might be a synonym for crows. If not, then it certainly tastes a lot like crows, and it's full of figs, so I'm sure we'll get them to ripen. Very excited about that. This is my second longed out. This one has been out here, and so not too much growth from it. Oh, we've got a fig right there. So we've got fig on this, but the one inside is my favorite, and so I'm really excited about that. So we'll see. Let's go to the other side here. I had a major tick problem this year. I don't know if any of you guys are out there had experienced ticks this year or any other year, but they were a problem for me this year. If I got near any of these, I would have a couple of ticks on me, and it was so disgusting. So I found a tick repellent. Well, not a repellent, but this thing. If you're interested, I'll put the name of it in the comments. But ever since I put those things down, I got like a 12-pack of them, and I put them around through these reeds. What happens is the mice go in there, the moles and stuff like that, and they eat whatever's inside those tubes, and then they carry something in their system. So when a tick sits on them, it destroys the tick, it destroys their larvae, and you're supposed to experience a serious decrease in tick population. And I can vouch for it for sure. Now I go in here and I get no ticks on me, which is incredible. I have nightmares now because of ticks, and I'm itchy all over all the time because I think I have ticks on me. This is my Strawberry Verte. Oh Man, I'm so excited for these to ripen, but it's doing great. This is my Iranian candy. Iranian candy is doing phenomenal. It's got great size fruits on there. This is my other pink honey, and that's doing really well. Got a lot of figlets there. And that's the Kasiriani again. So, oh God. I got the EBGBs. I don't want to go back there, but we'll go back there. Okay. Okay. No, I'm not going to go back there. It's too claustrophobic, but I'll just point to them from here for you. That's my Tina that I got from my friend Kelly. I have a Tina of my own, and my Tina is not giving me figs, but her Tina. Oh man, my screen's getting hot again. Phone's gonna die on me again. Let's see if I can see it from here. Where are you? I can't tell, but it's got figlets on it for the first time anyway, so hopefully I'll have some tasting videos for you guys. That one there, I know it's hard to see. Let me go from this side. And the sun's right in my eyes. All right, this guy is the Bakor. Bakor's got figs on it. This is a third tree that I have. Let's see if I can see the Tina. There's the Tina fig right there. Okay. We've got TNT. TNT's got figlets. Marius nigretta. It's got figlets on there. Yes. Yep. Okay. That's Zingarella. I need to pull that out. Zingarella's got figs. Chiliga Dolce. Step up in here. It's got figs. And that guy, what are you? What is this one? But it's loaded with figs. Let's go to the other side here. Oh, Zafiro. Zafiro had figs in it. This is my other Tina. It's so pathetic. It's got nothing. But Zafiro's got figs. Okay, I think I can go back here without too much trouble. Okay. Okay, Zafiro. Oh man, it feels so nice in this shade here. Okay, this is the Tina. We've got nothing, but it's growing, so maybe it'll push some figs out. This guy is my CLBC that I'm gifting to Kelly. And we've got figlet formation here. Let's get out of here. All right, Azorus Dark. Azorus Dark, we've got figlets, yay. Oh man, Azorus Dark was so good. I'm so excited. And we heavily pruned it, as you can see, so it'll give us some yummy figs this time. Letizia, heavy pruning everything, and we've got figlets. Pastillier, we shall see. Pastillier was a bit delayed in growing after the heavy pruning, so I don't see anything on it right now. We may not get any figs on it this year, but that's okay because everything else has figs. And then this guy is St. Rita. St. Rita's doing so good. So good. St. Rita was delicious too, and it's loaded. They're everywhere. Okay, let's take it in my in-ground collection. Okay, look at this guy. This was what I've been talking about. This was my supposed desert king that is not a desert king. It's got double bumps all over it. It typically gives me figs like crazy, but as I said, I was pulling off all the figs thinking, hey, it's a desert king, and I don't want it to waste energy here, right? But it wasn't, and I had been pulling figs off. How frustrating, right? But look at the growth on this. And obviously I'm going to have plenty of cuttings this winter from it. If you guys are living in a cold zone like me, 5B, 6A, look how well it did in ground. And I have it in the lowest part of my land and in the wettest part of my land. And so if you have better conditions, it should do much better for you. Here's Hollier. Oh yay. LSU, oh yay, or Hollier. And I had this in ground, and look at that. We've got double bumps. Double bumps. And this is from complete dieback. It wouldn't have, but the mole came in and ate up all the bark and killed it over winter. So this year we're going to have to take care of it. Negron, totally impressed with Negron. Totally. Look at that. Where are you? You see that? Not only is it shooting out, but the figlets are really coming in fairly quickly. Rondi, it was still ahead of my Chicago Hardy. Chicago Hardy, the funny thing about that is there was no growth, no nothing, forever. And, but that one had buds on it already. Chicago Hardy, nothing. And then suddenly this one branch starts shooting up fast, and it surpassed it. But I mean, you could see all the power that it's got stored up in it, the RDB. It's shooting out so many branches. And so really excited about that. I hate Chicago Hardy. And so I had an Olympian over here. It doesn't seem like it made it. I'll probably open this and just make sure I didn't just cut in the wrong spot. Make sure it's not growing under there. But I think I have lost the Olympian, and it's only because of the mole damage. And I think it got that all the way down into the soil. It was, and so this was my in-ground collection, guys. 5B, 6A, over winter. And so this year I'm going to try to take a little bit better care of them. Rodent preventative measures this time around. See if I can't salvage some of the current growth so that we're not starting from scratch each time. But that's my collection, guys. I hope you liked the tour. Thanks for watching.